Hey Brandon, have you noticed something strange about Stacy lately?
Yeah, I have. She looks different. And she's been acting differently too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her, but all I know is that there's trouble going on at home.
Yeah, and she's been missing school a lot. And you know there's a rumor going around that she may be pregnant.
What?
Yeah.
By who?
I don't know. Here she is now.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, Stacy.
What you guys up to?
Nothing much.
Well, actually, we were just wondering how you're doing.
I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Well, Stacy, we are concerned about you, and you look like you haven't been feeling too well lately.
What?
Yeah, and you've been missing class a lot. And you know there's a rumor going around that you may be pregnant. Is that true?
Oh my God! I don't want. Oh my God! Why do people gotta be all in my business? I didn't want anyone to know about this.
About what?
Stacy, what's going on? Please tell us. We're your friends.
I can't say anything. If I do, he said he'll. Look, I just can't say anything.
Who said they'll do what? Stacy, you gotta tell us.
Okay. You have to promise not to tell anyone.
We promise.
The rumors are true. I am pregnant.
Oh my God, Stacy. By who?
I can't say. I'm too scared. Look, he said if I tell anyone, he will hurt me and my baby.
But if you don't tell us, you have to tell someone. You're in danger.
No one will believe me because the guy's my uncle.
Yo, uncle.
Yes, he been doing things to me, and I got pregnant by him. Promise you won't tell anyone. I'm begging you. I'm so embarrassed and afraid.
But Stacy, you have to tell someone.
Stacy, you have to tell. If he's doing it to you, he could be doing it to someone else. And what if when your baby grows up, he does it to the baby too?
I know. But no one will believe me.
But Stacy, we believe you. And if it will make you feel any better, we can go with you to tell someone.
Okay. You're right. I can't allow him to hurt someone else. Because if I don't tell, then he'll just continue hurting more people. And I don't want anyone else to go through what I'm going through. Okay, I'm ready. Hi, my name is Lakia. Everybody call me Kiki. I am a survivor from a sexual assault. This skit that we're doing is basically similar to my situation. I had a baby. I was confused. I was embarrassed. I was scared. I did not know what to do. But I met my counselor, Veronica Thomas, right here. She helped me become a survivor instead of a victim.
Hi, my name is Danielle. People call me Danny. I'm also a survivor of sexual abuse by my mom's best friend's husband.
Hi, my name is Isaiah. I've never been sexually assaulted or anything, but knowing Kiki and Danielle has helped me to understand what to do if I am sexually assaulted or abused.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go over some facts and some myths also about sexual assault.
When sex is used as a weapon or a way for controlling someone or to satisfy someone's sexual needs, it isn't love. It isn't even really sex. It is really sexually abuse. And people who use sex to manipulate, control, or harm other people aren't boyfriends or girlfriends or lovers. They are predators. Knowing the difference between sex and sexually abused isn't easy. Predators for sexually abuse often try to make their victims feel ashamed or responsible for the abuse, or to convince them that the abuse is a form of love. Some predators will engage children in sexual activities in such as playful way that that the young child might like or like the attention and might not understand that the predator's behavior was sexually abusive. Following are some classical red flags or sexually abused. 1. Using physical force. If a person physically forces you to engage in sexual acts, watch sexual material such as dirty movies or pictures. Won't let you leave physically, threatens you, or otherwise forces you against you your will. It's sexually abuse. 2. Using emotional or psychological force. If a person who is in a position of power or trust, like a teacher, older relative, or boss, makes you feel like you have to engage in sexual acts or watch sexual material with them, it's abuse. 4. Secrecy. If a person engages in an unwanted sexual act with you and then pressures you to keep it a secret or threatens you with harm if you tell, it's abuse. 5. Blaming the victim. If a person forces you to engage in a sexual act and then says that it was your fault because you were drunk, high, asked for it by wearing certain clothes or looking a certain way or were lying when you said you didn't want to, it's abuse.
If you have been sexually abused,
If you're like most teens, you already know someone has been sexually abused. Studies show how the one in 4 girls and 1 in 6 guys experience some form of sexual assault before they turn 18. May never tell anyone what happened. There are so many myths about sexual assault that kids who've been abused may feel confused and even blame themselves for what happened. Sexual abuse is anytime someone is a position of power, physical, emotional, or psychological, engage another person to do something sexual that is age inappropriate, uncomfortable, and against their will. Sexual abuse usually includes some sorts of touching, but it also can mean inappropriately encouraged or encouraged or forced by what sexual acts include pornography. Sexual abuse, myths and facts. Myth, it wasn't a sexual abuse if you didn't have intercourse. Fact, if you didn't agree to the sexual activity, it was sexual abuse, even if there was no or very little physical contact. If you felt like you had no other choice. For example, if a person threatened to leave you by the side of a highway, it was sexual assault. Myth: if you're abused by someone who the same sex as you, it means you're gay. Fact: sexual assault is a crime. It's about power and control, no disorder, not desire. The sex of the perpetrator doesn't say anything about whether the victim is straight or gay.
If you have been sexually abused, it is important that you let someone know what happened and get help. Disclosure may be scary, but it is also the first step in healing from the pain. Why should I tell anyone? All I want to do is put this behind me. Sexual abuse lives on because of secrecy. People who commit sexual abuse perpetrators often blame, shame, or threaten the victims to make sure no one hears about what they have done to you. Disclosure is the first step to healing for you, and also the first step to making sure the person who hurt you doesn't get a chance to hurt anyone else. Who should I tell? Tell an adult that you trust and feel comfortable with. Sometimes that means a parent or other relatives. Sometimes it means a teacher, counselor, or even a friend's parent. The main thing is that you trust the person. If you're not sure who to tell, you can call the Child Help Hotline at 1-800-4-A-CHILD. This call is free, and the Child Help Crisis Counselors can help you find help in your area. What if the person I tell doesn't believe me? Tell someone else. Most kids find that the adults they tell do believe them and will help them. But when the perpetrator is a relative or family friend, some adults may not want to believe that a person they trusted could do such a terrible thing. If the person you tell doesn't believe you or does nothing to help, keep telling people, your favorite teacher, your school counselor, your school nurse, or call the Child Help Hotline until you get the support and help you need.
Sexual assault is a violent crime, not a sexual one. The assailant uses sex to inflict violence and humiliation on the victim or to exert power and control over the victim. Every minute in the United States, there are 1.3 forcible rapes of adult women. 78 women are forcibly raped each hour. Every day, 1,871 women are forcibly raped, equating to 56,916 forcible rapes each month. Sexual assault can include several kinds of crimes: rape, incest, sexual harassment, child molestation, marital rape, exposure, and voyeurism. 90% of all rapes are planned. In 80% of the cases, the assailant either carried a weapon or threatened the victim with death if she resisted. So keep in mind, of course, they said a lot about women, but men also get raped, sexually abused, sexually harassed. So it happens to both men, women, and children. So our goal in our organization is to help those who have been victimized become survivors. Not only that, but to also help our children, such as them, to give them prevention and awareness to know what to do in the event that they were ever in this particular situation. I've taught our summer camp program, some of our kids about no-no areas. What are the areas on your body that people should not touch? It doesn't matter whether it's your mom, your dad, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa. If it makes you feel weird, you must tell somebody that you trust. So those are the things that we teach during our summer camp program so that we can help prevent these things happening to any more of our children.